Coach Chris, good morning. Thank you. Good morning from the Philippines. Thank you for it's good to see you again after a long time to talk to you.
Yes, I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy you reached out to me. And I was kind of hoping that you would because I know Sea Games now 5-on-5 is right around the corner.
Okay.
So that's what we got to talk about.
Yep. At the top of the list, Coach, you know the main issue is being right now with the Philippine national team. Well, the Sea Games as a whole, the eligibility issues on naturalization, and well, it seems that it's gone beyond that as far as the rosters of other teams. Could you care to? Well, you coached Thailand before. You've been identified with them, right? Okay, I'd like first off, I wanna get your initial thoughts on this rules.
The thing with me is, I was 2017 women's coach for Thailand, 2019 men's coach for Thailand. And then when I was in Indonesia, I worked closely, with some of the people that ran the national team there. And so I was able to get a kind of an insight about what was going on there. And then the last 2 seasons in Vietnam, I know a lot of the players and everything that goes on. So I kind of have a special view about what's going on with Sea Games. And having been there and then having associations with people that are all part of national teams in 3 of the countries. So, and not only that, but also one of my friends is part of Laos. So really 4 of the countries, involved in Sea Games. I have direct information and direct relationships with. But I told people after the 2019 Sea Games where Thailand won silver in Manila that the next when Thailand hosts, they believe in no blood, no play.
Oh,
And I told everybody that they're going to work the rules because the BSAT, which is a governing body of Thailand, the head of that is Boss Nippon, and this is his last year, so he's going to retire. He's going to want to win the gold, you
mhm.
know. Uh, and so they're doing everything in their power to make sure, that they have every advantage possible on their home floor in their home country, to win that medal. They won the 3-on-3 gold
Mhm.
for the men's, and now they're shooting for the 5-on-5. And if I can go on a little bit more, Freddie Lish, who's a fantastic player, they worked on getting him becoming a local in
Mhm.
FIBA's eyes because they worked behind the scenes with that. And they did the same thing with Moses Morgan. So they've been preparing for this for years. And I told every country in Indonesia and Vietnam that this is what they were going to do.
Mhm.
And people kind of took me lightly. So now they're getting it. Now they see.
It's happening right now. It's happening. But
Yes.
yeah, so yeah, but the eligibility issues, I can understand. I can respect that because every host country has the right to change the rules. But my issue with I don't know, the issue everyone right now is even the locals of the Philippines, like Boy Eram, who's definitely a locally born player. They didn't allow. They've really been strict. Is that part of it?
Well, I'll be honest. What happened last year with or the last Sea Games with Cambodia men's?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they did not announce their roster right up until the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
Mm-hmm.
they were the hosts, and Thailand took a page from that when Cambodia brought in all those players right at the
Yeah.
last minute, and they won silver.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I know Thailand, I talked to my friends over there in Thailand, and they took a lesson from that. That so we can manipulate our rules that we can benefit us.
Mm-hmm.
And remember the Sea Games prior to that Indonesia won the gold.
Mm-hmm.
It beat, and that's where they brought in the guy from the Bucks uh, to play, and they naturalized him at the last minute. I forget his name off the top of my head. Do you remember the center? He played for the Milwaukee Bucks. Uh,
Can't remember. But I can look for it.
right, right. and they won the gold. And that was big. And I was in Indonesia at the time. That was big for Indonesia. So Thailand learned from that, you know, as to manipulate your rules and to do that to benefit them. So I knew with Nippon and the BSAT at Thailand, when it came down to Thailand being the host, they were going to pull every stop they could to help strengthen their team and to weaken others because they want to win that gold because this is their last hurrah. And and I told people, I told the people in Vietnam, I said, you guys have to develop your big players. You have to develop your players more because this is what's going to happen in SEA Games. And Indonesia, when I was there, I said, when Thailand comes about, you're going to see that because you can't rely on naturalized players and just naturalize and forgo your local players and not develop your local players because they're just not going to permit it. And this is what's going on.
Yeah. Actually,
what do I know? Right? What do I know?
Yeah. Actually, it was when Tyler Lamb made that. I don't know if you know that Tyler was left out, made that social media. It really stirred up a lot of controversy. So does that part of it? Is that related to what you're saying to me now?
Well, not only that, you know, Tyler Lamb is the Michael Jordan of Thailand.
Yes, yes, yes.
And there's a little story behind the scene. Nobody knows about it. I'll tell you. But when Japan opened up their eligibility for players, Asian players, okay, which allowed Tyler Lamb to go play in Japan, he missed out on one full season there because of a so-called letter clearance issue from Thailand. That they would not grant his letter of clearance. They wanted to keep him there in Thailand. And he was going to get paid big money in Japan. Well, Tyler Lamb had a falling out then with Thailand over that.
Okay.
Nobody knows that but you. And now when you put this out to the social media, others will know that. So that's where they had a falling out because it cost Tyler. Then Tyler finally got his letter of clearance after a year. Then he went over there and played and made some good money for himself and everything else. But the bridge had been burned.
Yeah.
The bridge had been burned. Now you remember when I was a coach in 2019, we won the silver in Manila. And then I was outspoken when I said Thailand has to start stepping up and doing more development of people, develop more of your players. I'm a big believer in developing your locals. I don't believe in just signing naturalized players and putting locals on the bench. That's not true, fair competition for SEA Games for me. Thailand was very upset about that because I went public with that. So that's when I wasn't retained. And they brought in another coach for the next SEA Games. He won bronze. So then he was gone. Then they brought in another coach and he won bronze. So now he was gone. So now it's this guy's turn. And they're manipulating whatever they can manipulate to give them every chance possible to win the gold. So there you have it. I think what will happen is the SEA Games officials, organizers will have to step in and make set rules because of what Cambodia did. Now what Thailand's doing. This is too much controversy, you know, and it's just too much. I know the host makes the rules, but it's just too much. It's too much drama. It's ruining the true spirit of the SEA Games. It's just too much bad blood. So now everybody's just trying to manipulate rules to get the advantage instead of what I said, develop your locals. Hire good coaches, smart coaches, pay them a decent salary, develop your locals, and then make it a fair, even competition. And you should, we went with Thailand. Tyler Lamb was my only naturalized player. But we lost to the Philippines, but we beat everybody else. And that was because we worked very hard. It took me a bunch of years to get that Thailand roster where we wanted it, of where we ran my system, did what I wanted them to do, and players fit a certain role. But then after we won that silver, all of a sudden everybody wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
They wanted this player on the roster and that player on the roster, and they all wanted to have an input because they all thought it was, hey, we can go win the gold, we can win the silver again, and that's not what it's about. Too much
Yeah.
politics,
True.
and I fought against it, and I was very outspoken because I know what it takes to win.
Correct.
Because we did win,
Yeah, you did.
and I pissed off some people.
Well, it's all said right now. I mean, they're about to play. Do you think all these things that Thailand pulled off will truly hand them the gold?
Think, to be honest with you, Philippines, even though Philippines is smaller, I think Philippines guards are tough. Bobby Parks is a good player. Not having my starting point guard, he had a falling out with a coach in Thailand, and he's been a national team player for so long. Wang Boon is a starting point guard. He's not on the team.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't bring him along, and that's a big mistake because
Mm-hmm.
he's a veteran player. And they've gone, I feel, from the players that I see, the guard play of the Philippines is strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what will carry them should they both get to the gold medal game.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ohm, my center for is still there, but what people tell me, he hasn't been working and developing as much as when we pushed him, before. He's still a good player, but I remember I had him when he was 17. I
Mm-hmm.
worked with him for 5 years,
Uh-huh.
and we got him from a raw player to one of the better centers in the region. The other big man they had, I don't think he's recently signed to Mongolia after the Sea Games. I only worked with him a little bit, but I don't think he's a big body, but I don't think he's very dominant. I just think that the will and the determination to win that the Philippines players have to play hard all the time, I think that will carry them for the gold. But
Mm.
that's my prediction.
Yeah. So you still don't think it's gonna work a bit? Not entirely assured for
I
Thailand.
they, they
Not
can
assured.
get my prediction, they can get to the gold medal game. Uh, but I think, like I said, I think the Philippines, they just have that, they just play harder. And I
Mm-hmm.
just think the guard play is quicker. Now when we played them, they had Stanley Pringle and they
Mm-hmm.
had, half their bench was big bodies, Aguilar and Fajardo and Christian, they don't have that now. Christian the bulldozer, they don't have that now. They're a smaller club, but I just thought the guards are just quicker and stronger and more competitive, I feel, than the Thailand guards. But we'll see. Now, Indonesia, we'll see how they come up with, if they can pull what I consider to be an upset. Thailand has to get past Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody's thinking that they will. Freddie Lish is an outstanding player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he showed in the 3-on-3. He's shown it. He's a handful to guard. He can score at will. I personally don't understand why another Southeast Asia team has not brought him in as an import or as an option.
Mm-hmm.
He's done it over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly in the IBL in Indonesia, somebody should be signing Freddie Lish. He
Mm-hmm.
can give you 30.
Mm-hmm.
Moses Morgan is a good player too,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I just think the guard play overall and the depth of the guard play of Philippines will carry them to the gold.